Welcome back to another special edition of COS Live, where we are streaming live right now the Iowa Senate committee that is just about to hear our Convention of States resolution there in Iowa. Let's review a little bit of background on what you're about to watch, and I want to encourage you to stick around afterwards. We have Karen Schuster, our grassroots leader there, live on the ground in Des Moines, Iowa, and we're hoping to get live reaction from her right after the committee considers our resolution. We got here after a 3-person subcommittee last week voted 2-1 to advance our resolution to the full committee. So we are just about to see them take action. They had a brief caucus meeting before they started, so we're starting a little later than we had expected because apparently a few of the members of committee are absent today. So they wanted to make sure they had the right people in their seats. We are very optimistic for a positive outcome, and we do expect this Iowa Senate State Government Committee to vote on our resolution. If we get a successful vote there today, then that sends our resolution to the full Iowa Senate for a vote. And then at that point, we just have to pass in the House, and Iowa could be state number 18. So let's go live and see what happens. Again, you might need to stay tuned for a little bit while they do some other business, but they will be considering our resolution, and we'll have some interviews and more content afterwards. Let's go live.
Cosmetology school, and threading is not taught in cosmetology school. So they're being told that they have to go take classes where it's not taught to do something they want to do. So we're going to take care of that with this bill. That concludes my opening remarks.
Is there discussion? Seeing none, Chair recognizes Senator Knoyer for closing remarks.
I move the bill.
Senator Knoyer moves Senate File 2119. All in favor of the bill, vote aye.
Aye.
All opposed, vote no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. Senate File 2119 has approved. Senate File 2119 moves the calendar as a committee bill. I will now recognize Senator Goodwin, the subcommittee chair, for Senate File 2166 for subcommittee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The subcommittee of myself, Senator Bolton, and Senator Knoyer signed off with recommendation and amendment.
Senator Goodwin, you're now in order for opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill raises the annual income cap on a cap an IPERS beneficiary can earn on bona fide retirement under the age of 65 from $30,000 to $50,000 before income is reduced 50 cents for each dollar earned over the limit. It also raises the limit a school board member can earn from that school under contract from $6,000 to $20,000, which would not be considered a conflict of interest. That concludes, and there is an amendment.
Yes, there is an amendment. Senator Goodwin, you're in order for Amendment 2997.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This amendment adds an effective date upon enactment to the bill.
Okay. Is there discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, Chair recognizes Senator Goodwin for closing remarks on Amendment 2997.
I move the amendment.
Senator Goodwin moves Amendment 2997. All in favor of the amendment, vote aye.
Aye.
All opposed, vote no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. Amendment 2997 has been approved. Is there discussion on the bill as amended? Seeing none, Chair recognizes Senator Goodwin for closing remarks.
I move the bill as amended.
Senator Goodwin moves Senate File 2166 as amended. All in favor of the bill, vote aye.
Aye.
All opposed, vote no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. Senate File 2166 as amended has been approved. Senate File 2166 as amended moves to the calendar as committee bill under Rule 40. I will now recognize Senator Guth, Subcommittee Chair, for SJR 2002 for a subcommittee report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Your subcommittee of myself, Senator Smith and Senator Celsey, met and recommend passage. Senator Celsey did not sign.
Senator Guth, you're now in order for opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This joint resolution calls for an Article 5 convention in order to propose an amendment to the United States Constitution that may impose fiscal restraints, limit the power and jurisdiction of the federal government, and impose term limits on congressional members. It requests the U.S. Congress to propose similar constitutional amendments, and there is an amendment.
Yes, there's an amendment. Senator Guth, you're in order for Amendment 2996 for open remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Amendment 2996 strikes language limiting the role of Iowa's delegates at a convention of states, addressing amendments on fiscal restraints, federal power, and term limits. Those are my opening remarks on the, would serve as my opening remarks on the amendment.
Is there discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, Chair recognizes Senator Guth for closing remarks on Amendment 2996.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This amendment will just make sure that we're conforming to the same language as used across the country in all of these amendments to make sure they're all the same. So with that, I would like to move Senate Amendment 2996.
Senator Guth moves Amendment 2996. All in favor of the amendment, vote aye.
Aye.
All opposed, vote no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it. Amendment 2996 has been approved. Is there discussion on the resolution as amended? Seeing none, Chair recognizes Senator Guth for closing remarks.
Okay. That was shorter than I expected. We have an opportunity here to be part of a very historic event, and I think that most of us would agree that the federal government is out of control. We have an opportunity here to do something about that, and I think we're going to take that opportunity here today. I would urge all of this body to vote in favor of Senate Study Bill 2002.
Senator Guth moves SJR 2002 as amended. All in favor of the bill, vote aye.
Aye. Aye.
All opposed, vote no. No. Would you like to be registered as a no? Yes. Okay, please register Senator Bisignano as a no. Please register Senator Giddens as a no. Please register Senator Selsey as a no. Please register Senator Yoakum as a no. Please register Senator Bolton as a no. Did I get everybody that's registered as a no? Okay. SJR 2002 as amended has been approved. SJR 2002 as amended moves to the calendar as committee bill under Rule 40. I will now recognize Senator Guth, Subcommittee Chair for SSB 3089.
Thank you.
And there you have it, folks. Our resolution for a convention of states to propose constitutional amendments that would impose fiscal restraints on Washington, limit its power and jurisdiction, and set term limits for federal officials has just cleared the next hurdle in Iowa, passing the Iowa Senate State Government Committee. And now the resolution will move on to the full Iowa Senate for a vote. We're not quite sure just yet on the timing for that, but this was a major victory. So it's very exciting to see our resolution moving forward in the state of Iowa. We expect it to start moving soon on the House side as well. They have a companion bill there. But this was definitely a major victory in this Iowa Senate State Government Committee today. You heard they used a voice vote to pass the resolution, and there were a handful of senators who wanted to go on record as being no votes. I think there were 6 of them, and I want to say this was a 15-member committee. I will check on that and get you the definite count, so you'll have that information. And I know our wonderful state director, our volunteer state director out there in Iowa, is on the ground there today and standing by. So we are excited to get her reaction to this. We are still waiting on her to join, but I hope you'll stay tuned so we can hear her reaction. I'm sure this is a really exciting day for her. I know she and the entire Iowa grassroots team have worked really hard to make this happen because it all really comes down to the grassroots. Without the grassroots doing their thing, Convention of States just can't move forward successfully because it takes we the people reaching out to our legislators and letting them know that we want them to use their constitutional power to put the brakes on Washington and put it back in its constitutional box, right? So 17 states have passed our resolution already, two of those just last month. So we're building up momentum across the country. And this is just another exciting day, another step forward in this movement. So, again, we're waiting on Karen Schuster to come in so we can get reaction from her. Last week, a subcommittee of the Iowa Senate State Government Committee passed our resolution 2-1, advancing it to this full committee. And then today we just had a major victory when the full Iowa Senate State Government Committee advanced the resolution to the full Senate for a vote. And it's a good thing they did because, again, 2/3 of Iowans, that's 67%, support calling a convention of states. And that number includes 78% of Republicans, 68% of independents, and 53% of Democrats. So this is a great day in Iowa, and we hope to keep that momentum going. I know that our Iowa grassroots will now be reaching out to all of their senators. You know, we always start with outreach to the committee members because they're the ones who take the first vote, well, subcommittee, then the full committee, then the full chamber, in this case, the Senate. So if you are watching this broadcast right now and you are in Iowa, I hope that you will not just sit there and watch history be made, but you will be part of making history. And if you want to learn how to do that, you can visit our website, conventionofstates.com. Start by signing the petition, but don't stop there. Go to that Take Action tab and click on the Iowa flag to know what you need to do to reach out to your legislators. Become a leader. We have so many volunteer positions available, and we need people to fill those volunteer positions. We need district captains in every state legislative district to lead the movement in your district and be part of the overall state strategy in your state. I see someone asking if the Iowa House has already voted. No, not yet. The Senate is our first stop this time, but we do expect the Iowa House to follow suit very soon. So we are looking forward to that happening. And again, we've passed in 17 states already. We are halfway to convention. We need to pass in 34 states to trigger that convention for proposing amendments that will restore our republic, restore our federal system, that will limit federal power and send most of the policymaking power back to the states where it was always meant to be, where it belongs. You know, it's interesting to see this such a positive committee hearing on this following the barn burner of a rally inside the Capitol Rotunda there in Des Moines a couple weeks ago. Hundreds of Convention of State supporters were on hand, not to mention Senator Rick Santorum, Mark Meckler, and Steve Deace. And that just really started the ball rolling there for legislative session, and I think had a lot to do with the momentum that we see now continuing there in Iowa. All right, I'm finding out that we don't think Karen Schuster, our volunteer leader there in Iowa, is going to be able to join. She is still in the committee room. She's probably waiting to thank those Iowa senators who did the right thing and supported the will of the people by voting for a resolution. So I'm going to wrap up the broadcast for now. Thank you for joining us again. We just got a major victory in Iowa, where the Senate Committee on State Government just voted to pass our resolution on to the full Senate for a vote in that chamber. So stay tuned. Visit our website, conventionofstates.com, for more news, and we'll keep you up to date. Thanks, everyone.